This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of NASCAR's top 3 series, send them through the ratings algorithm, and see who comes out on top. Here's a few tidbits to know heading in. The driver ratings are updated race by race to reflect the performance of that driver throughout the season, as well as at that specific track in recent years. The races are at 100% length and use normal tire and fuel wear. The starting lineup will match the real-life qualifying using the provisional starting order, not the one that includes drivers heading to the back. The weather will match the real-life start time data, and commentary will match the real-life scenarios, not the standings that will be posted at the end of the video. And as always, this series is for entertainment purposes only. Using artificial intelligence and using the results of this race for gambling purposes is discouraged. Looking at the 2 other races taking place here at Talladega, Austin Hill going to be first to the line for the truck race. Matt Crafton, Ben Rhodes, Sheldon Creed, and Jason White pulling out a surprising top 5, although he was able to get a top 10 earlier at Daytona this season. A few drivers having some bad days, including Johnny Sauter back in 21st. Grant Enfinger had a problem early in the race. He ended up in the 31st position, unable to get his lap back. In the Xfinity Series, close battle to the line. It's going to be won by Harrison Burton, followed by Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, Noah Gragson, and Justin Haley, all right there in that pack. And this was a pretty crash-filled race. We saw a lot of drivers in the playoffs crash out. Ross Chastain, Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, just to name a few, all having some accidents. Several big ones taking place in this one. And now we move on to the main event. Second race of the round of 12. Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch. Last week's winner doesn't have to do anything here today to advance. Green flag flying here at Talladega. Drivers immediately finding their place in line, and it's Denny Hamlin getting in front of Martin Truex Jr. on the outside, but here comes Alex Bowman getting a push from Brad Keselowski, one of the best to do it at this racetrack. Denny Hamlin switches lanes, leaves the 19 out to dry. Trying to maintain that lead, although it looks like the 19 will get the last lap, gets up to the lead. In terms of average finish, well, it's currently John Hunter Nemechek that has the best one right now. Got an 8th place finish here earlier in the season. We'll see if that holds up, though. Obviously, a lot can happen here at this racetrack. As we mentioned, Keselowski absolutely rules at this place. 5 wins for him, and Team Penske just generally doing the best here. Joey Logano has 3 wins, Ryan Blaney 2. 10 combined wins here at this racetrack. Trying to see if they can grab another one. A few drivers with at least 8 top 5s here at this racetrack. Kurt Busch being one of them, last week's winner. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano also, and for Kurt Busch, he's got to love the fact that he won back at his home racetrack at Las Vegas, because now here at Talladega and at Charlotte Roval next week, doesn't have to do anything to advance unless he wants to go for some more playoff points. Looking at Kevin Harvick in that small pack, has quite a few top 10s here, and Matt Kenseth, a bit of a lap leader at this racetrack, although right now he's not up in that lead group. He's kind of faded back a little bit. Not a terrible strategy right now. Obviously, get to the end of this race, and that's the only opportunity you're going to have to win. And obviously, Kenseth would like to see if he can get to victory lane. His teammate, Kurt Busch, will be the first one to go to pit lane, followed shortly by Aric Almirola and Martin Truex Jr. And here we see a move made by Kevin Harvick, but that's going to earn him a penalty. You can see he's up above the yellow line. NASCAR's not a fan of that. He is going to get black flagged, made to come back down pit lane. He'll try to stay on the lead lap, though. When they cycle out, Almirola out in front with Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin all in that pack. And Chase Elliott did not have a good stop. He is now 1 lap down. Trying to see what he can do to keep up with these groups, but at the moment, he's going to have quite the battle back to get into this one. Truex Jr. will win the race back to the line to take the stage. Almirola will come in second. Matt DiBenedetto works his way up there along with Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch, making up the top 5 in stage 1. So Martin Truex Jr. will lead them to the line for starting stage 2, and Almirola lost a couple positions as they came down pit lane for the stage caution. Now it's DiBenedetto up in second place and Hamlin in third. Oh, problems for Jimmy Johnson going down the backstretch. You can see, looking out the back of Kyle Busch, the 48 goes up in smoke. He's also going to break apart that pack. Unfortunate end to the day for him, and also for his teammate Chase Elliott, who's also a playoff contender. He's also going up in smoke. So big problems for Hendrick Motorsports. Alex Bowman's got to be concerned. He's that other playoff driver for the team. William Byron already eliminated. But that is not a good sign for Hendrick Motorsports. Two cars blowing up in just a couple of laps apart from each other. Saw Kyle Busch. He's trying to get a good finish as he currently finds himself outside the playoff bubble. Especially with brother Kurt getting the victory, even though he's 9th place in raw standings. We're going to get another penalty here, and Brad Keselowski was trying to make a similar move that Harvick made, except this time he didn't actually pull it off, yet he still blended up too early. He's going to have to come back down pit lane. Kurt Busch staying up here with Eric Almirola on this front group. Going to see if they can work their way forward and get to the end of the stage out in front, and it looks like it will be the 10 car that gets to the line first, followed by Kurt Busch. We saw Joey Logano, he just went down a lap. That's unfortunate for him. Unusual to see a Penske car struggling. Also have Kevin Harvick in 3rd and Martin Truex Jr. in 4th. So now we come to the restart for the final stage, and Almirola out in front. Kurt Busch just behind. We see Brendan Gaughan up there in 4th place. This is his final start in NASCAR. He is trying to go out with a bang. Here we see, though, Harvick is trying to work his way to the inside of Almirola and try to take the lead. Harvick has been the dominating factor of this season, and he's going to clear his teammates and see if he can hold the lead. How about Chris Buescher, though? He's up here trying to contend for the win as well. Hasn't seen victory lane since he went back there in Pocono. That fog-shortened race. And that 17 car has had some success on super speedways, just hasn't had Chris Buescher in it. We see Ryan Blaney working his way up toward these front guys as Brendan Poole is limping on the apron. 12 car staying in contention. He's won the last 2 events here at this racetrack. Final pit stops are coming. Almirola and Harvick pitting at the same time, so is Chris Buescher. Gonna see who gets out in front first. And it looks like Almirola will get out there, but Ryan Blaney actually takes the lead. But those two are going to be battling. Kevin Harvick is not a part of the conversation, at least for now. They could draft back up there, as we see another group right here, including Denny Hamlin, who's won several races this season. Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, though, still a lap down. But we're going to have some problems coming off the turn 4. Timmy, who's several laps down, is going to get up into William Byron and send the 66 for a spin. Quinn Houff also involved. He'll have been multiple laps down at this point, and he got in the way, and that's going to bring out our first incident caution. That is going to set us up for a shootout. Kevin Harvick out in front. He was able to get back up to that group and take the lead. But now Almirola has a chance to pounce, and he's already going for the bottom. What a move made by the 10 car, and he's going to take the lead coming off of turn 2. Now we'll see how the 4 is able to respond. And it's not well, as you can see, there's a lot of cars going by the 4 car. They don't want him to have another victory this season. He'll try to fight back, but just under 2 laps to go. This is going to be a tough battle to get back to. White flag is out. Almirola out in front. Ryan Blaney to his side. But Almirola shoots out in front. The 10 car won here 2 seasons ago in this race. Helped to move on in the playoffs. And right now, it's a similar situation. Almirola looking for another victory to propel him further into the playoffs. And right now, Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch don't have anything for him, and they're going to break apart. The 18 car trying to take another position. He's not going to grab it, but out in front, Eric Almirola is loving what he's seen. He's going to come to the checkered flag and win here at Talladega. Victory once again for Almirola at a superspeedway. And again at Talladega. He is starting to love this place. We will take a look at the final results, and it's Eric Almirola out in front of Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick making up the top 5. Brendan Gaughan, how about him? Final start in his NASCAR career. He'll come home 7th in last week's winner. Kurt Busch gets 6th. Alex Bowman, the other playoff driver, up here in the top 10, along with Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace. Good performances by both of them. Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr. just outside the top 10. Austin Dillon, another playoff contender, stayed on the lead lap, just wasn't the best of days. William Byron involved in that late accident. He'll grab the last spot on the lead lap, and Clint Boyer ended up going a lap down, unfortunate for him, along with Joey Logano. Both drivers, 4 drivers that were looking at better days, but they will have to fight a little harder to make sure they get into the next round. Justin Haley, who's won a Super Speedway event, won the race, the Xfinity race yesterday, got 29th place. And we also see Chase Elliott dropping out. Problems for him along with teammate Jimmy Johnson with mechanical issues. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.